Yes, I've come down this evening to help commemorate the Holocaust. It's Holocaust Memorial Day on Friday. My mother came to England on one of the last kinder transports from Germany. I have with me the suitcase that she brought, and I'll be showing a film about her life and that of her family. Her parents and her sister were unable to leave Germany and perished in the Holocaust. This is the actual suitcase that my mother brought on her journey to England, smaller than the average child's backpack that they take to school these days. And I have inside some of the items that she brought with her, which I'll be showing to the audience later. A few personal things. There was some jewellery, her pencil case is here, some sewing things. She was always very good at knitting and sewing, and of course it was incredibly important those days to be able to sew. So some of the things she made and some of her sewing things, just a little selection of things that'll fit in the suitcase really. Interestingly, there's a photo that appears in the film of her wearing it on her honeymoon in 1946. And I know she brought it from Germany in 1939. She was still wearing it 7 years later. And I use this when talking to schools as an example of what it was like in wartime in England, that clothes couldn't be bought easily. So you just kept on wearing and mending, and this bears testament to all the mending that went on. She came to Newcastle-under-Lyme in North Staffordshire and lived with a family there and stayed with them until her marriage in 1946. They really were a second family to her. The son and daughter, who were teenagers like herself, referred to her as their German sister. It would be important anyway to remember such a cataclysmic event, perhaps the most cataclysmic historical event of the 20th century. But as history repeats itself now, and we see genocides, and we see refugees who often get a hostile reception, I think it's incredibly relevant today to remember the past, to learn from the past, and perhaps to try to be a bit more welcoming today as people were then.